Hi guys, it's Bea. Welcome back to my channel. What I'm celebrating this month is my 10-year anniversary of the double mastectomy that I underwent back in June of 2011. And if you don't know me, why that's actually a big deal is because I shared everything on my journey anonymously, but publicly on a blog. And nobody knew who I was, but I was trying to help everybody that I could, and it eventually led to me going public a few years later, which is why you're actually even watching this here today. So I look back on the last 10 plus years of my life. It has been beyond difficult. I don't even know what words to use. So if you're brand new to me, I want to make sure people know that I didn't have a diagnosis. I underwent the double mastectomy because of my genetic risk for that. I had already had lumpectomies and trouble before. Pathology showed it was definitely the right decision, but I want to make sure people know that I did not have a diagnosis. In 2010, however, I did lose my mother to breast cancer. And two of my aunts, my mom's sisters, had also battled breast cancer. In my family, we actually have both the BRCA1 and BRCA2 mutations. So there's a lot of stuff that's gone down in my family, and specifically for me and my immediate family over the past 10 years. I lost my mom in 2010 to breast cancer. The next year, 2011, is when I underwent my double mastectomy, and I wasn't done with that. So anybody watching this who has done reconstruction like I did the expander to implant route, which took a long time, multiple surgeries. So it wasn't until 2012 that I was done with that journey and healing for my last surgery and moving forward. 2013, my father was diagnosed with cancer. Thankfully, he did survive, so that's great news. But a couple years after that, my sister passed away from a chronic lung disease that she had been battling for many years. And a few months after my sister passed away, my brother was diagnosed with stage 4 pancreatic cancer, which is the most unforgiving cancer I have ever seen. And I know cancer, we've had a lot of it in our family. So unfortunately, he passed away from that about a year after he was diagnosed. And a few months after that, my father started behaving in a way that was very uncharacteristic of him. And we knew that there was some mild cognitive impairment prior, but we weren't sure if what we were seeing, and for example, just being very unkempt and his grooming, which was very odd for my father, growing a beard and just not changing his clothes. So anybody that loves someone who has the same illness probably can relate. But we didn't know if the things that we were seeing were depression from burying your wife and 2 children and battling your own cancer and all the stuff that he had also battled, or was it the dementia? Was it something bigger? And he went through a ton of tests of the MRIs and the neuropsych exams and all of that, and we did get the dementia diagnosis, more specifically Alzheimer's. My father's illness progressed very quickly. And in a way, I've already lost my dad as well. So in the last decade of my life, there has been an incredible amount of pain, uncertainty, fear, just confusion as to why. And there is no making any sense to any of this. Any of you watching this who have ever gone through something like this with people that you love as well, there is no making heads or tails out of it. But I feel like I just kept struggling with just so many. My entire family, was being so affected, one after one after one after another. I will admit that after my brother died, and I don't know, all the stuff going on with my dad, I lost faith a little bit, which had never happened to me in my entire lifetime. But the one thing I never, ever lost in all of those journeys was hope. Ever. I always hoped for a better outcome than what we got. And what I want to share with you guys is I can't imagine having gone through all of those experiences without it. I don't know how anybody would without at least hoping. And maybe you know that you're kind of licked before you even go into something, but still hoping for something positive to come out of that, or whatever that hope might be for someone else. But I wanted to record this video because I'm done with that last decade of my life. I turned 50 in days, well, weeks, but it's soon. And I'm excited about it. It's something that my siblings were not allowed to live throughout their, or shouldn't say that, they didn't have the privilege of living out in their 50s. And so I'm excited about that. What I'm really excited about, and I'm declaring this publicly here too, right now today, is I'm really excited for the next decade of my life. I'm excited to sit here 10 years from now, record another video for you, and let you know about all the impact and the people that I was able to help. And I've already been on this journey, and you guys already know that know my story. I went back and studied at Mayo Clinic. I'm board certified now. I'm obsessed with helping people. I'll record videos. I'll stand up and talk. I'll write articles. I send out my newsletter, like any way that I can to help people. My goal is to help 1 million people. Just somehow inspire them, share a resource with them, something to help them to live a happy and healthy lifestyle full of purpose and meaning. It's kind of my tagline, but the bigger picture and the story behind that is, the story of what happened to my family is largely genetics. And the good news with that is, most likely, it's not going to be your story or your people that you love, your family members. If it's genetic, it's very difficult, like what happened to us, but if it's not, there's things that you can change, you guys. It's lifestyle things. It's things that I'm excited to help you with. So my big message today, I'm going to turn this around because I've been struggling trying to record this, is I am saying goodbye to that last decade. It's a great 10-year anniversary for, you know, kind of a pivotal point in my life, a catalyst, if you will, to what I hope to achieve over the next 10 years. And I hope that you guys are a part of it. Again, I'm excited to sit here 10 years from now when I'm about to turn 60 and have a great, wonderful, huge community of all of us helping out and inspiring others. So I do appreciate you guys letting me share this with you, and I will see you next time.